Prepping. It's not just for the rich and paranoid, it's a mindset, a way of life that anyone can adopt, regardless of their financial status or social standing. Out there in the urban environment, potential hazards are ever present. From natural disasters to unexpected economic downturns, the urban environment is fraught with potential crises. Forget fancy bunkers and stockpiles of gold. You don't need a fortune to be prepared. It's about making smart choices with the resources you have. This is about survival, pure and simple. It's about knowing what to do when the unexpected happens, and having the skills to navigate through it. You, facing the unknown, armed with your wits and a shoestring budget. It's about being resourceful and making the most out of what you have. Think you can't prep when money's tight? Think again, forget the stereotypes. Prepping is for everyone, and it starts with small, manageable steps. Prepping isn't about hiding from the world, it's about facing it head-on. It's about being proactive, not reactive. It's about being ready for anything, from natural disasters to economic downturns. It's about having a plan and the confidence to execute it. We've all seen the chaos, the lines at empty supermarkets, the fear in people's eyes. It's a stark reminder of how quickly things can change. This isn't about luxury, it's about necessity. It's about having the essentials to get through tough times. It's about taking responsibility for yourself and your loved ones when the unexpected hits. It's about being the one who is prepared, not the one who is caught off guard. And trust me, it will hit. Disasters don't discriminate, and they can strike at any time. You don't need a mansion full of supplies, just a plan and the will to survive. It's about being smart with your resources and knowing what to prioritize. This is your wake-up call. The time to start preparing is now, not when it's too late. The world's a dangerous place, and it's time to get prepared. No excuses. It's about taking action today to ensure a safer tomorrow. We're going to strip prepping down to its bare bones, showing you how to survive, even thrive, when the world throws its worst at you. Are you ready? It's time to take control of your future and be prepared for whatever comes your way. Facing your fears. What scares you the most? Is it the thought of a natural disaster striking without warning, or perhaps the fear of an economic collapse that leaves you and your family struggling to survive? Look, pretending everything's fine won't keep you safe. Ignoring the potential dangers won't make them go away. The first step to prepping is acknowledging the threats. You need to be aware of what could happen in order to prepare effectively. What keeps you up at night? Natural disasters, economic collapse, civil unrest. Each of these scenarios requires a different approach to preparedness. Live in a hurricane zone? Then your first priority should be to have a plan in place for when the storm hits. Earthquake country? Make sure you know the safest places in your home and practice earthquake safety drills regularly. You know what to do. Discuss emergency plans with your family and ensure everyone knows their role. Every location has its own unique dangers. Whether it's wildfires, floods, or tornadoes, understanding the specific threats in your area is crucial. Ignoring them won't make them disappear. In fact, it only makes you more vulnerable. Don't be paralyzed by fear, be empowered by it. Use that fear as motivation to take action and protect yourself and your loved ones. Once you know what you're up against, you can start preparing. Plan evacuation routes, assemble survival gear, and make sure you have all the essentials. This isn't about panicking, it's about being realistic. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know, the better prepared you'll be. The more you know about the potential threats in your area, the better equipped you'll be to handle them. Attend community workshops, study maps, and stay informed. So do your research, stay informed, and face your fears head-on. By being proactive, you can turn fear into strength and uncertainty into preparedness. Taking control, small steps, big impact. Feeling overwhelmed? Don't be. It's natural to feel that way when starting something new. Prepping is a marathon, not a sprint. Just like training for a long-distance run, it requires patience and persistence. Start small. Focus on what you can control. Make a checklist of essentials and tackle one item at a time. Got an old backpack lying around? Boom, that's your bug-out bag starter kit. Next, food and water. These are the basics that will keep you going in an emergency. Forget fancy freeze-dried meals. Start with a week's worth of non-perishable essentials. These are easy to find and won't cost a fortune. Rice, beans, canned goods, stuff that won't break the bank. These items are nutritious and have a long shelf life. Shelter and first aid are next. These are crucial for your safety and well-being. A basic tarp and some rope can be a lifesaver. They can provide you with a quick and effective shelter. A well-stocked first aid kit? That's non-negotiable. It's essential for treating injuries and preventing infections. You can find deals online or at your local pharmacy. Look for sales and discounts to save money. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Building your preparedness takes time and effort. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to being prepared. Celebrate your progress and keep moving forward. Don't get caught up in perfection, just start. The important thing is to take action and keep improving. Budgeting for disaster, making every penny count, money tight. Here's the good news. Prepping doesn't have to break the bank. It's about resourcefulness, not riches. Start by tracking your spending. You'd be surprised where your money goes each month. Cut back on unnecessary expenses. That daily latte, brew your own coffee, eating out too much. Cooking at home is cheaper and healthier. Set aside a small amount each week, even if it's just a few dollars. Over time, it adds up. Look for deals, buy in bulk when possible, and prioritize needs over wants. Remember, prepping is an investment in your future. It's about peace of mind, knowing you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. A healthy body for a broken world. Disaster strikes, the power's out, and you're relying on your own 2 feet. Are you ready? Physical fitness isn't a luxury, it's a necessity in a crisis. No gym membership, no problem. Bodyweight exercises like push-ups, squats, and lunges can be done anywhere, anytime. Go for a run, hike a trail, turn everyday activities into opportunities to move. Mental health is just as important. Stress can cripple you. Find healthy ways to cope, whether it's meditation, deep breathing exercises, or spending time in nature. And don't forget about nutrition. Junk food might be tempting, but it won't sustain you in a crisis. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods that provide the energy and nutrients you need to survive. Knowledge is power. In a crisis, knowledge is your most valuable asset. The internet is a goldmine of free information. Learn basic first aid, wilderness survival skills, how to grow your own food. Libraries are your friend. Borrow books on self-sufficiency, disaster preparedness, whatever you need to learn. There's a wealth of information out there just waiting to be discovered. Watch documentaries, listen to podcasts, connect with other preppers online. The more you learn, the more confident and prepared you'll become. Remember, knowledge is power and it can't be confiscated or stolen. Invest in yourself, it's the best investment you'll ever make. Gear up without going broke. The essentials. Gear is important, but it's not about having the latest and greatest gadgets. Start with the basics: a sturdy backpack, a reliable water filter, a way to start a fire. Thrift stores, pawn shops, and online marketplaces are your new best friends. You can find amazing deals on used gear that's just as good as new. Prioritize multi-purpose items. A bandana can be a water filter, a bandage, a sweatband. The possibilities are endless. Get creative and think outside the box. Remember, the best gear is the gear you have with you when you need it. Focus on quality over quantity and choose items that will stand the test of time. Skills over stuff. Become your own first responder. The world goes dark and you're on your own. Can you start a fire without matches? Can you treat a wound? Can you find your way without GPS? Don't be another helpless face in the crowd. Skills are more valuable than any piece of gear. Practice basic first aid. Learn how to build a shelter, purify water, and find food in the wild. Take a wilderness survival course, join a hiking club, challenge yourself to learn something new. The more skills you have, the more self-reliant you become. Remember, you are your own first responder. Don't rely on others to save you. Take responsibility for your own survival. Prepping on a budget, a marathon, not a sprint. Prepping isn't a destination, it's a journey. It takes time, effort, and a whole lot of resourcefulness, especially on a budget. But it's possible. Don't get discouraged if you can't afford everything at once. Focus on making small, sustainable changes over time. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to being prepared. Be patient, be persistent, and never stop learning. The world is an unpredictable place, but with the right mindset and a little bit of preparation, you can face anything. Share your wisdom. Now it's your turn. What are your biggest prepping challenges on a budget? What tips and tricks have you learned along the way? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's build a community of resourceful preppers, sharing knowledge and supporting each other. We're all in this together, and together we can overcome any challenge. Stay prepared, stay strong. Remember, prepping isn't about living in fear, it's about living with confidence. It's about knowing you can handle whatever life throws your way, no matter what your budget looks like. So get out there, get prepared, and stay strong. The world needs more resourceful, resilient individuals like you. I'll see you in the next video.